And in 3, 2, 1, sync. Hi everybody, Ray with 28 Left Productions, and I'm here to do a video today on the Quaddammit Mark I shotgun. This is a CO2 powered, solenoid controlled earplug shotgun. It fires standard earplugs that you get at the hardware store. These ones here. You just roll them up and you put them inside the tubes like that. You do that like 9 times per tube, and then you got yourself a shotgun. But like I said, it is a CO2 powered, solenoid controlled shotgun. And it, like I said, is semi-automatic. Every pull of the trigger cycles one valve, which if you watch the indicator light, fires once per pull of trigger. Now what the board is doing, it is counting up using a 555 timer and a decade counter, that every time I pull the trigger, it's on a square wave. And square wave is simply that. Repeating. Now when I pull the trigger, it sends a pulse, this particular pulse here. When it goes from the low state to the high state, it changes the turns the valve off, or the LED off and the valve on. Then when I let go of the trigger, it sends another pulse back to the low, so it goes from here to here. From here to here. That turns the valve off and the light back on. And then it goes back on here, so I pull the trigger again, it goes up, turns the LED off and the valve on. Valve off, LED on. And it does that till it gets to the end of the cycle, at the end of 4 shots and 4 LEDs. So then the 9th one, so the 4 shots, 4 LEDs, and then the 9th one is a reset, which brings it back to the beginning. And that's how the logic of the board works. I don't know if you saw that on the screen or not. But anyway, it's a, I developed the board from scratch. I could have used an LED, or a Arduino, but I wanted to challenge myself. I wanted to prove to myself that I knew how to build a board from scratch. So I did, and it works fine. The 9-volt battery down here powers the board, and then the decade counter is actually controlling these transistors, because the solenoids are actually 12 volt, and the 9-volt battery will not power. So what I did was, I'm using these step-up transistors, and this, if I can get to it, this 12-volt battery powers the solenoids. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But like I said, it's CO2 powered, with a dual stage regulator, much like the Chernobyl. Stage 1, stage 2. Stage 2 then goes to my reservoir. Reservoir has a relief valve on it in case it overpressurizes, because CO2 is a little temperature sensitive. So on a really, really hot day, it'll tend to creep up a little bit on the pressure. This prevents that from doing that. It then goes through what we refer to as the banjofold. Thank you, Rob. It then goes to this black piece down here, which is kind of hard to see on camera. It's kind of hidden behind everything. That's a manifold, and then the manifold charges this secondary reservoir. So there's a decent amount of volume going on there for each shot. Now this is not QEV controlled. It's purely solenoid. So there is a ever so slight delay because of the speed of the solenoid versus the speed of the QEV. So there, you pull the trigger and like a millisecond later, it'll fire. It's not that bad once you get used to it, but it's a little noticeable. But when you fire it, it pretty much looks something like this. So, like I said, semi-automatic and shotgun blast. So at close ranges, where this was designed to be, it's really, really hard to dodge. Most of the battles that I played in when I first got into this hobby were all indoor. So real long ranges wasn't the focus. Being able to hit multiple people who were bunched up trying to reload was. So that's why I developed a shotgun. And the shotgun works great, like I said, at close ranges. But earplugs tend to, what I like to refer to as hit the wall. They travel real fast and then they slow down and then they just die. So outdoor, kind of horrible. Inside is great because, like, generally speaking, you're at close quarters anyway, so this thing works fabulous. Let's see, what else? That's really much all I had it. Oh, other than this was actually not the first earplug shotgun that I developed. The first one actually was my arm cannon. It uses the same reloading mechanism that the Quaddammit does, except it's only 2-barrel instead of 4. So you got 2 shots on this thing versus the 4 of the arm cannon. And if using both, hey, you got 6 shots right there. I'll do a separate video on this a little bit later. But for right now, this one's more about the Mark 1. My buddy Rob, he built one that's similar in function, not necessarily aesthetics. I built mine purely for function, and he built his to make his look like something that looks actually nice, and kind of a little jealous about it. But this thing was designed, compromise between me and him about getting the shotgun working. And he also has a arm cannon too that has a flip clip capability on it, that's kind of cool. He actually can get 4 shots, well, 2, and then a quick flip, and you got 2 more shots ready to go. Whereas this one is each individual you got to pull off. Let's see, I think that's pretty much it. All I have to say right now. So this is Ray with 2A Left Productions, and I'll see y'all later.